Hello everyone, this is Serious Trivia. Welcome back to Season 4 of our Subscribers Game Tournament as we continue here with Round 1 action in Group F. In our second match of the group here, we have Ray in the green versus King of Yen in the red. So this is perhaps one of the funniest matchup that I can imagine, as we have Yen Bai Hu on both sides. And the reason why this is funny is because neither general went with a vision strategist, so they're completely blind to stock. And both Yen Bai Hu and their retinue will be invisible to each other. So we'll have Yen Bai Hu with 4 cavalry and 2 infantry, which, funny enough, is also mirrored on both sides, with some slight choice difference on one of the infantry. And they will be roaming around, finding their targets, and spraying their poison volley, with the other player not knowing whether the other Yen Bai Hu is. Aside from Yen Bai Hu, for Ray, we have Huang Fusong with 6 of the Unbreakable Defender of Empire. We have Sun Ce, which brings a roar that has 2 usage, minus 50 morale on each usage, very useful, with 4 Raider Calves. Then for King of Yen, we have Xu Huang, a strong general with Flame the Phoenix ability, Unbreakable as well, bringing in Qingzhou Infantry, a mix of them, but essentially pretty capable fighters. And finally, Pei Yuanshao, which is a good support fighter. He has a mix of commander and strategist abilities, one to buff your melee evasion, one with Wisdom River to debuff the enemies, and he's bringing a couple of cavalry options. I think those are the Virtuous Nobleman, which has the weird 21 unit count, and then just a couple peasant archers, which really doesn't do much in this composition. So the highlight of this match, I believe, will be looking at what the 2 Yen Bai Hu are doing. So let's see how this one plays out on the battlefield. And as we load into battle here, we can see that it's pretty similar. We have Yen Bai Hu forward deploy a little bit in Vanguard deployment on both sides. Ray has his backed up by the 4 cavalry. He left the other 2 units behind. It looks like he's anticipating the enemy to have Yen Bai Hu as well, as his infantry is kind of scattered here. And then Yen Bai Hu for King of Yen is also forward deployed. The units that are invisible are spread out on both sides, while the main army is sitting here with the infantry in a straight line. So he clearly doesn't know that Yen Bai Hu is coming at him, at least in the beginning. Now, the reason why neither side should know is because Yen Bai Hu was selected as a second general. The only info you get on the load screen is the lead general. So Xu Huang was the commanding general on this side, so Ray would know that Xu Huang is available for King of Yen, and vice versa. I believe Huang Fusong was the lead general for Ray. So if you were going to pick Yen Bai Hu, always pick him second or third. If you put him first, you're giving away the secret. I like the fact they're moving together, because you need to provide some backup in case you bump into some units. You can see they're spreading. They're looking for potential Yen Bai Hu. I don't know how Ray can be anticipating this right off the bat. Maybe they communicated before the match? That's my only guess. But I don't really see a good response here. They're left pretty vulnerable. I mean, if you're going to keep them in a line, what you can do is maybe put 1 cavalry unit right on this side and put 1 cavalry unit on this side, so that when they come in for a shot across all the units, you can kind of spot them. Look at this. This is completely scouting. I mean, now it's easy to realize they're missing a general, and you're bringing Yen Bai Hu yourself, so you're suspicious of the same thing, which is understandable. We might have our first shot. Let's zoom in here. I would have liked it if the... Oh, he's just taking a very safe shot. Okay. Might get all of them, actually. Missed the first guy. Hit the 3 in the back. Okay, I mean, it's a safe shot here. He doesn't know invisible units are on him. Are they going to come out of hiding? Yes, they are. Okay, they're going to hunt him. He's going to run towards the other invisible guy. Is the cavalry coming to help? Okay, they can attract a little bit. So, invisible unit coming to aid invisible unit, you know, trapping an invisible unit. Maybe we'll have a poison volley against these. Well, the downside of spreading out like this is that, yes, there's no shot being used, but they also can't really fight anything. So it is a win. 4v2. Rei's cavalry is going to wipe out King of Yen's cavalry right here. And there's more coming. So even though generals have come to back it up, I think the goal is to get Xu Huang in here to get a slam attack. Yep, Xu Huang's right at the perfect slot. Let's see if we can just get a nice little... no, he's not using Flame of the Phoenix. Ooh! Fortunately, in the trees, they counter the roar with a unbreakable usage. Excellent timing on that. So Sun Tzu's roar didn't achieve its goal. And I don't think Yan Baihu took that much damage from that. The trees really protected him well. He only lost about 3k health. He's still visible. Yeah, the infantry is kind of scattered on both sides to really assist in this fight. This is weird. Why is he shaking when he's at 60? Oh, second roar comes in. We'll see if that has any impact. No dismounting yet by any of the generals. Sun Tzu took a lot of damage, and then they waited for all the units to come in. Good usage of the Wisdom River, followed by the Slam. Sun Tzu just took a lot of damage. He's trying to dismount. Okay, we got a dismount over here. Do we have a dismount of Huang Fu's? Yes, we do. But then we have an answer dismount over here. So far, King of Yan is matching everything that they're doing, trying to build up a little evasion boost. The infantry is coming in. Both sides starting to pile up more units in. Small skirmishes on the outside, but mostly dictated by the general fight over here. As 3v2, focus fire down one. Now they focus on the other one. It's happening all right here. They're landing a lot of hits. Basic King of Yen's general micro is a little bit better. And he scored the kills on all the enemy generals. Piling units in. So probably you don't want your generals to be stuck here in endless fight against unbreakable infantry. It'd be better if they remount. Oh, they're remounting right now. Perfect. Yeah, that's exactly what you want to do. Now you just want to pull out a little bit. If Xu Huang can get out and just time your cooldowns to get more efficient. Flame the Phoenix down here. If he can remount, he's currently not able to get to his horse, which is right here. Alright, Parashal providing a little bit of a boost. We got units piling in separately because they were really scattered. We totally missed the fight on outskirts, but it seems like Rei was able to use his invisible cavalry and pick off the two archers, which kind of meaningless. Like, they were never meant to do much. Throwing a little trap on the ground. It does a little bit of damage. It's not useless. I guess Xu Huang is just not leaving, is he? He's leaving now. Yan Baihu was getting into a position where he can do his poison volley efficiently. Okay, he's back on his horse. As long as the infantry doesn't collapse here, the generals can carry this fight. Alright, it's 3 generals versus 0 at this point. Just don't let the unbreakable infantry destroy your infantry's morale and lead to an army loss, because not unbreakable, not unbreakable, not... actually, Xu Huang is unbreakable. But if they were able to rout all of these, then Xu Huang wouldn't be able to carry this. Are we looking for angle here? He's definitely looking for angle to... nope, nope. I thought he would be looking for angle to get his poison volley off. Here comes the big AoE. Roar. That doesn't do anything. They're unbreakable. The other ability. There we go. That's the one. Now he gets out. Don't take any damage. Wait for the next cooldown. Rinse and repeat this. Rei's still using his cavalry very efficiently on the outskirts, picking off a few units here or there. Especially these routed units, if you can pick them off as he goes. But the loss of his generals in those fights, a little bit too costly. Yeah, these are not unbreakable. They were invisible until they got too close, and now they're just picking them off. Super high value on invisible cavalry. Definitely very useful to come in at the best angle without... Ooh! Xu Huang's like, buddy. Now, the problem here is you're hitting your own units. And he hit all four of his own units as well. They're unbreakable, so while they take the damage, they don't rout, and your own unit rout. But I guess the generals are just going to end up carrying this, even when the units rout away. Okay, they still have one of their invisible units intact, complete intact, hidden the whole time. Yeah, as long as this unit's here, the morale should be fine. You can see they're dominating the morale bar. I mean, the general health is also a factor, and there's just very few left. It came down to those three generals fighting it out on foot, and the targeting of the three generals. Yeah, but seeing the invisible units chase the invisible unit with invisible unit coming as backup for both sides, that was what this battle is all about. Oh, they're scattered all over the place here. I think the last one died? Yeah, they did. I mean, all three generals are pretty healthy. He's around half health, a little bit below half health, and he starts at 54k, so way above half health. And that's the win. I think a lot of the general fight, it wasn't just timing of the dismount, because I think both sides got down pretty quickly. I would say Rey even had more infantry involved early on. I think it was just timing of some of the abilities, trying to utilize the roar for the most part, but then it was countered very nicely with Pei Yuanshaw's unyielding earth. And that ability not only gives you the unbreakable, but also 100% melee evasion, which really helped in that fight. That wasn't, you know, the entire fight, but definitely played a role. I think Rey also played this one really well. I saw the ability usage from Huang Fusong that gave the 50% melee evasion boost. So they were trying and playing the fight perfectly well. It was just the focus fire and the damage that landed with the generals versus Rey compared to what he could return back against King of Yen. And the rest was just the general swinging the fight. As you can see, the general kill count really dictated the rest of the fight. And even though Rey, you know, tried his best with his cavalry units that were left behind that were slightly invisible. Oh, actually, the one that got a lot of kill wasn't the invisible one. He was just on the outskirts hunting kills. But they can do the same thing. I guess they just traded most of their health against these. They were split. The side with the more numbers ended up winning that fight. But they were punished a little bit afterwards as the other cavalry came in. But overall, not a bad showing. Both players showed a lot of promise in this fight, and we expect great things going forward in this group. So, hope you guys enjoyed it, and we'll see you all next time. Bye!